The following article provides information on entomologists. Listen to the information and answer the corresponding questions. Entomology is the study of insects, and an entomologist is a scientist who studies insects. This may not seem like an area of study that would allow for a great deal of growth, but in actuality, there are over 900,000 known species of insects. That is 80% of all living species on the planet, and scientists agree that there are more insect species that have not yet been discovered. So what do entomologists do to study insects? Well, most entomologists focus on a specific insect and even a specific aspect of that insect. Examples include life cycle, geographic distribution, reproduction, physiology, classification, behavior, etc. As a pure science, any aspect of insect life can be studied and noted as a means of better understanding the world and our environment. There are, however, practical and business-savvy applications for entomology. Many entomologists study insects that have proven to be pests, whether in urban, forest, agricultural, medical, or veterinary areas. These scientists study pest management. Their goals are to keep the insects from causing too much damage without decimating the insect species. Non-native invasive species are a particular problem for this type of entomologist. When a species from another country is introduced to a new country, the ecosystem of the new area may not be adapted to restrain that species. This means that the newly introduced species can easily take over, causing damage to animals and plants alike. One example of this is the emerald ash borer. The emerald ash borer is originally native to Asia and eastern Russia. This beetle was accidentally introduced to the United States in 2002 on ash shipping materials, and the effects of this beetle on North American ash trees has been extreme. Eggs are laid in the bark, and then the larval beetles travel inside the bark of the trees and eat the soft wood. This feeding pattern stops the tree from accessing water and nutrients, eventually killing the tree. In its usual habitat, this beetle is restrained by natural predators and trees resistant to it. Without those suppressants, there is little to stop the beetle's destructive path. Already, ash borers have spread from Michigan to Ohio, Minnesota, and Ontario, despite attempts to quarantine the bug by forbidding the transport of firewood across county lines. Overseeing quarantine attempts and studying possible control methods for insects like this are specific areas of study for entomologists. Since invasive species can easily affect various crops, from ash wood to beans, businesses that rely on these crops are more than willing to pay experts to help protect them.